Check out these sleeves. Plug, smuggle a baby in here. What's up, buttercups? It's me, Amy Young, and I'm here to change the way you think about dating and relationships. We've been talking about standards and raising the mother effing bar in the dating department for weeks now. And last week, I asserted that we all need to just like put on our big girl pants and panties and just be willing to sometimes have the hard fucking conversations when we're communicating what our wants and needs are for a potential relationship. Like we have to get better about it. And if they aren't into it, then like, well, we need to just be willing to let them go. And then I was thinking about it more this week and I was like, ooh, but sometimes, Amy, that's like really, really hard. Because asking for what you want and need is fucking terrifying for some of us. Like really, really nerve-wracking and scary and uncomfortable. Like maybe you have a hard time knowing what your wants and needs even are, let alone how to communicate them. Maybe you're used to catering to his needs and wants and like diminishing your own. Like you just rather consider him than yourself. I mean, people do that. Or you're like a chronic people pleaser and it just feels a lot better to just make him happy than make yourself happy. That's like a human epidemic that's happening in the world today. And listen, I could go into like deep detail about how all of these issues really relate to what? Like our low sense of self-worth or like a poor self-image or like diminished self-esteem of blah, blah. I mean, all of that stuff that you already know about. But I find that when we start exploring those issues, two things happen. One, people get super fucking overwhelmed and feel like broken and wounded and damaged inside and like they're completely hopeless and they're like, oh my God, I'm never gonna be able to figure this out. I don't even know how to improve my self-worth. Let me Google it. Good luck to me. Two, the other issue doesn't actually get resolved. Like we think we need to like handle the self-worth thing before we can have the hard conversation. And I'm here to burst that bubble today. So let's just like take a step back and look at this really rationally, logically, practically for like a minute. Everybody struggles with this shit. Everybody. I don't know one person who doesn't. Not a one. So let's like step back and recognize like you're not messed up because this is hard for you, okay? And you're not broken. And this is totally fixable and fine. What do you need to do? Well, if something is hard for you, anything really in life, that probably just means that you need more practice. Ding. Could that be it? Like if I'm afraid of driving, I probably just need some more road time. Or if I suck at the piano and I want to get better at the piano, I should be like, practicing my scales and my chopsticks every day. And if I have a really hard time telling guys that I need to slow things down with them, or I want to get to know you better before we move into the physical side of things, or I don't know, I really hate that you never ever post pictures of us together on Facebook, whatever the fuck it is. If it bugs you, you just need to practice having those conversations, which means sitting in the discomfort and not being great at it and fumbling over my words and feeling really awkward and being like, ugh, this is uncomfortable for me to talk about, but I know I need to talk about it. Like I'm scared and I'm stressed out, but I was also scared and stressed out the first time that I drove my car outside of the parking lot in the street with the other cars. Never done that before. That was terrifying. Didn't that get better, easier? This is like that. Everything is like that. The more you do it, the easier it gets, the better you are at it, the more comfortable you are with it, but you have to start somewhere. I suggest starting here, now. Because increasing that self-worth piece and communicating your wants and needs and boundaries and standards, oh my God, it's like a chicken and the egg thing. Like it's like we can't deal with them separately. They feed into each other. It's like a symbiote. I'm gonna make a chart. Hold on. Okay, what do we have here? Oh, I am not an artist. This is gonna be interesting. Okay. Whoa, that's amazing. When you have these high standards, right? And like you can communicate what your wants and needs are and you're not afraid to have those conversations, it feeds into having a high sense of self-worth. See, it's like the egg and then it leads to the chicken. And then the high sense of self-worth validates and justifies you fulfilling and enforcing your higher standards. And it just continues. And look how happy you are. And you are just filled with love and light. I don't know what happened to your eyes, but your hair looks great. The only way we get better at stuff that we're currently not great at is by practicing it. and pushing ourselves a little bit and being willing to be uncomfortable and not good at something. Just because you're not good at something doesn't mean that you get to avoid it and ignore it. It means that actually you need to practice it more than anybody else. And I know this journey is hard. I know it's uncomfortable, but you can do it. It will get better. Better. It's a funny word. It will get easier. You will get stronger. Just start now. Start practicing now. Like, have that conversation now, today, whatever it is. Stop avoiding it. You're gonna feel better, I promise, just from addressing it. Speaking from experience. You know, there's always approximately 1,000,001 more things I want to say that I just can't fit into these videos, and that is why I send out a regular email series to the awesome community of people who are part of the bigger conversation that's happening over on amyyoungcoaching.com. So if you want to get in on that, just head to the link in the description box. You can enter your email over there, and I'll visit your inbox very soon. I would love to connect with you that way. Speaking of making connections, something tells me that you have a gal pal who really wants to get in on this party, so why not go ahead and share this video with her, help her get in on the romance revolution, because we're totally changing the way that you think about dating and relationships over here. One video at a fucking time. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked this video, please subscribe to my channel. I would really love to see you on a more regular basis, and until next time, don't wait till like 2 or 3 months in when you think that you've secured him and bagged him and it's safe to be yourself now. I'm telling you, girl, deliver on day 1.